Hello my lovely Sagittarius, thank you for joining me, Lorien, for your March reading in 2018. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, so according to whatever elements of your astrological makeup, you might want to check out the videos associated with those. So, if you would like a reading from me, which is more in tune with your personal needs, the link as to how to contact me and get a reading or anything else is down below in the description box, and I'm going to be using the beautiful natural light of this wonderful sunny day just to kind of tune into the energies that are coming through for us for today. Alright, let's have a look and see. Sagittarius 2018. Alright, let's see. Ooh, nice. You've got Judgment card. You've got the Five of Wands. You've got the Tower. And you've got the Six of Cups. Okay, so let's have a look. I understand that this is slightly out of balance here, so let's just move it over here a little bit for you guys. Okay, so what seems to be coming through for you this month? Let's just double check and see what we've got here for you. Social engagements seem to be going pretty well, actually. It seems like they're coming through a little bit. The only thing is, I feel like you will want to be changing some sort of commitments or changing something that you've decided to do for people. You are being called with the Judgment card. This is saying you are being called to take up what you need to do with your life, or what you need to do certainly this month. So if you're saying, well, this is what I was planning to do, if you've got an outing, if you've got something that you were going to do diet wise or exercise wise, or even if you were going to say, right, I'm going to take a trip over here and I'm going to see this person, I do feel that this is going to come through for you guys over the course of the next few weeks at least. It does feel like there's a greater sense of being here as well. I mean, you've got the Five of Wands, which comes through with a little bit of disharmony, a bit of disagreement maybe with some people who don't quite understand where you're coming from. But I also feel like you may have, for you, something in your head that's kind of arguing with itself. This could be your guides arguing with each other, to be honest. This could be the fact that your guides seem to be saying, no, she needs to do this, no, she needs to do that, or something like that. You know, they're trying to get you to do something in particular, and you can't really decide which way to go. It could also be that it's manifested in your personal life, you know, whereas your people around you are going, no, we think she should do this, we think she should do that. So there will be a lot of people who seem to have an opinion about what you're going to do with your life and what you're going to do next. It may be that you ask people for their advice, or it may be that they just offer this to you. Either way, I don't think you really need it, and you're certainly not going to take much of what they say on board, because this is all you need. This is a really strong card. This is something that you need to do, and this is your compassion talking as well. This is your inner absolution. This is kind of you waking up to something that maybe you were a bit kind of disadvantaged with before, or disillusioned with, or something like that. It could be something that you were planning didn't go well, and so you're like, I'll just put that on the back burner then, I won't really pay attention to it. But I do feel like that this is you awakening, and then people are going, but this is against the plan that you said to us was to do this and this and this. So it could be a little bit of, disagreements coming through there. And then we have the Tower. Now, the Tower card is about sudden change, but it's also about release. So this girl, I think she came through for Scorpio too. She doesn't seem too unhappy about this big change. She's ripped it down because she knew it wasn't working, and she's building it back up again. So this change, this kind of revelation that you need to maybe go back to the very, very basics, without all the airs and graces, without all the showy tunes and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you just need to really strip it back and actually enjoy what's actually coming through for you here in this moment. With the Six of Cups, though, I do feel like this is all about you growing into your own emotions here. So could be that somebody from the past comes back in, or a situation you thought you'd got rid of comes back into the situation, and you know, maybe a hobby that you put to one side or a person that you put to one side. I actually feel it's more a group of people. Oh, hang on, let me just have a look at this. If you can see, I actually feel it's you forgiving a part of yourself, actually. Maybe something happened when you were little or younger, and something maybe negative happened to skew the way you saw yourself. Or it happened and you weren't really sure as to how to view yourself in that way, or how to look at yourself, and something happened and you felt a little bit guilty and you still carry it with you. I think you're going to change this, and I think you're going to release this, because this is the card of nostalgia, and I think that this is more to do with you regaining some part of your innocence, and maybe saying, look, I need to strip back. I need to stop putting these barriers up, because I need to forgive myself from something that I maybe did when I was younger. And that could maybe release you into actually figuring out your own personal achievements here. You know what you need to do, the thing that you're actually being called to do. So, okay, along with the Temperance card, it's coming through with this great sense of balance, but also health. I feel like there could be a combination of certain things and certain elements that you may want to pay attention to in the coming months as well, not just March. And then you have the Seven of Cups, which is all about having that choice, having that maybe dreamlike status. I really, really, really want to do this, but if you are not really centered on what type of either person you want in your life for a partner, if you're not sure which avenue to take, if you're not sure which opportunity to go with because you're just feeling overwhelmed and your fantasies kind of all encompass it, I think it's probably because there's too many opinions. There's too many avenues, there's too many things, you're arguing with yourself all the time, you're very unbalanced with it, and it could also be that your spirit guides are kind of having a little bit of an argument about what is best for you, if not people in your day-to-day life are having that argument. So do be aware of that. I mean, wow, you have the Six of Swords, so you are moving forwards. You are taking your experiences and moving on. You are also doing this as maybe a rite of passage. This is a transmutational phase, and I think this is going to be something that you can really grab a hold of. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, the new beginning comes when you forgive yourself. The new beginning comes when you're actually going, okay, so I've got the compassion, I've got the understanding that what I did before, maybe it wasn't to do with me. I think this is a big thing for you, Sagittarius. I really do. And as a rule, 2018 is actually about empowering yourself. It's a very feminine year as far as I can see. It's a very rich year, not in the sense of money coming through necessarily, but rich in experience, rich in, making ourselves feel better, and actually, choosing health over many other things that we sacrifice it for. So it could be you're scaling back your hours, it could be you're scaling back how many trips you take in a year because, it's been detrimental to your energies. Something like that is coming through for you at the moment. I feel like this is going to really assist you in how you see yourself. It's going to assist you in how you proceed. The illusion of it, maybe how it was before, seems to be a lot like, I'm too pressured to do this, I have no time, I can't do this, I need to proceed in a certain way. But then I think that this is now saying, actually, maybe if you look out of that box, maybe if you have, a little less responsibility that you place on yourself to stick to what you started, maybe you can try and change something. Maybe you can have this little mutability effect, that where you can actually see potential, because you're the philosophers of the zodiac, and I think you just need to philosophize, really. You need to be able to have that expansion, you need to be able to have that opportunity to have a look and see what information is coming through your senses. So it could be your taste, it could be your dreams, writing down your dreams and stuff like that. But I do feel that you look at things in a very different way. You don't know everything. And I know a lot of Sagittarians, men in particular, I have to say, I'm not saying that it's, all men, but, some Sagittarian men in particular believe that they already have all of life's answers, or they certainly have the edge in education on a fair few other people. And that is not the case. I think you ought to, recognize that you're still going to be learning, there's still always going to be a mystery, and you won't understand it maybe straight away. But there's no shame in not understanding it straight away. I think you learn from the journey that you're going and your experiences through that mystery. And this month, I think, is going to be a little bit of a mystery for you. This is going to be stripping back. This is going to be making sure that you feel more in tune with yourself. But do let me know in the comments below how things go for you, because I do feel this is going to be really, really good to set you up on the next stage. We're in the quarter of the year now, so it's going to be going forwards very strongly. But again, let me know, and if you do want a reading, all the details of how to get in touch with me are in the description box below. But in the meantime, I will love you and leave you. I hope this month brings you everything you need and more, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very soon.